Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana. Let's get into this. So, hi guys, I hope all is well. I'm going to apologize for any background noise in advance. Okay, I'm still out and about. Alright, but yesterday I made a statement in the segment that basically touched on the different levels of being anointed and gifted, right? We didn't really go into detail, but I just kind of made a statement about it. And we just need to have a little brief conversation. We've had a similar conversation. I want to say it was about 2 months ago. Not really sure the exact timing, but it was definitely about 2 months ago or so, right? Now, with this whole anointed and gifted things, there is a difference. They can be combined. A person can possess both, which we've discussed, but then there's a difference, okay? Some people, as we know and as we've been discussing and discovering, that some people have gifts that are connected to their bloodline or just overall to what the Creator wants them to do, right? And that is where the bridge or the lapse comes in. If the Creator has something in particular that He wants you to do, then He will anoint you to do it, and you will be able to use the gifts to carry out whatever mission it is that He created you for, right? A lot of people, they don't really have the full understanding and meaning, right, of all of these things. They just know, like, okay, some people are more blessed by God. Some people have better relationships with God. And although that may kind of be the case, it's not always the case, right? Some people, they simply just have been called. Some people, the Creator has allowed certain things to reach people in order for them to fulfill a particular prophecy or whatever it may be, okay? We need to learn that, first of all, not all of us have the same anointing, right? All of us don't have the same gifts. All of us don't have the same relationship with the Creator, okay? So it's definitely levels to this, okay? And you have to be willing to take your time out to figure out where you fit in all of this, or you can be delayed, okay? You will be delayed. You will be halted. You will be stunted. And I mean your growth, right? Your growth can be stunted if you are not paying attention to what it is that the Creator is putting down. I know a lot of us, we have this understanding, right, on all of the things that we want to do, but we don't necessarily have the unction to figure out all of the things that the Creator wants us to do. And this is why it's so important to build that relationship, because He's never going to anoint someone that He didn't endow with gifts, okay? Again, some people can have gifts and it's just attached to their bloodline, right? Because the Creator made that bloodline that way. But if the Creator has something He wants you to do in particular, He will give you gifts. He will anoint you to use the gifts, and He will protect you from anyone stealing your gifts or trying to misuse your gifts or use you for your gifts. Okay, those are all different things. Even though they sound the same, they may sound the same, they're not. Okay, we have to learn how to make this distinction between our desires and our needs. There's also this really big ego that comes with the anointing. The longer you become familiar with the anointing, the easier it is to get caught up in the things that you feel can and cannot happen to you. So you need to first keep in mind that you are human, and no matter what it is that you think, you are human, right? And don't get confused or so egotistical that you start thinking you are above the experience, okay? No one is above the experience. We're all here living this human experience because the Creator wants us to learn things, or else we wouldn't be here. No matter your ranking, okay? No matter your ranking, no matter the bloodline, no matter the experiences that you've acquired from your past life to your current, okay? I don't care. You have to learn how to put yourself in situations, okay, that are viable to other people, not just yourself. Okay? So that is one of those things that is also very important, because we allow ourselves to get caught up in being gifted, and some people tend to forget that is the Creator, okay, that has endowed us with these gifts. We're blessed, we're covered, and we're connected, and sometimes it's rather easy to get caught up in that, okay? So just try to remain humble, have a little humility, try to tap into the things that make you better, okay? Remaining humble and keeping your peace is one of those things, okay? Nextly, there's a fear that is associated with being gifted, okay? A lot of people, once you reach a particular level, now, notice that I'm saying once you reach a particular level, okay? A lot of people, they are experiencing these things, but once you come into and you not only become aligned, even before the alignment, because the alignment is what the enemy is trying to prevent. Once you become aware, okay, your level of consciousness starts to rise. This is where people start going through these different attacks, okay? And the ego and the fear are the most common, okay, amongst the two. So it's really important that we understand, okay, that the Creator has blessed us, and the only way for us to remain humble in all of that is to really try to stay away from the things that don't have anything to do with where God is taking us, okay? A lot of the times we get caught up, whether it be fear or the ego, okay? I don't know which is worse of the two. That would have to be something that you would have to really look at and really, kind of just make sense of for yourself. A lot of people try to actually stray away. I mean, if you have experienced any kind of warfare as a result of your gifts, your anointing, or both, then you definitely have probably experienced something where you're like, you know what, I don't even want this anymore, okay? Completely understandable. That's a combination of ego and fear, okay? You have to allow yourself to, first of all, figure out what everything is about, because the Creator is not going to give you everything all at once. You'll get bits and pieces as you begin to evolve and you start getting a better understanding, a deeper knowledge of where God is taking you and what all of this is about. Meaning the warfare while you're here experiencing life as a human, what it is that God needs you to do, like all of that stuff is solely based on why the Creator even picked you, okay? No one fully knows why the Creator picked us. I don't think He's ever going to just go into full detail as to why He chose us, why we're in the bloodlines that we're in, why do we have the callings, why do we have the assignments, right? I don't think he ever really goes into full detail. Maybe he does. I don't know. But I haven't fully experienced or come into the creator just explaining to any of his children why he has picked them. I mean, we know that there is some sort of cycle that needs to be broken, right? Off these bloodlines. We get that part. But all in all, no one fully knows why their bloodline was chosen. No one even really fully knows why God has even attached them. God could have literally made your parents anyone in the world, but the parents that you do have, he selected those particular parents for you for a reason, okay? We don't know. I mean, like I said, if you know, maybe he shared it with you, but that's not something that he typically does. And I'm not saying that based off of my experience. I'm saying that based off of everything that I know, that I have researched, everything that I've gone over, over the course of time. So I can't, I can't necessarily say what any of this is about. I just know that God does what he wants to, and he doesn't have to explain to any of us. And killing yourself is not an option. Okay, so one of those things that is required for you to carry out your missions is to remove your ego and to remove fear. You need to first understand that none of these gifts came from you and you're just borrowing them for right now. And you need to understand that you were given these gifts for a reason. And you need to understand you have them because they're assisting and guiding you. Okay? Try to find balance somewhere in between those two. You don't have to understand everything. You don't have to agree with everything. You don't have to like any of it, right? But your job is to respect where the creator is taking you. You're going to get a lot of tug of war. It's going to be a lot of fighting, right? When it comes to your gifts. And when I say fighting, I don't mean people just wanting to fight you because of your gifts. I mean also people just simply wanting to rattle you, put you in lower vibrations, constantly putting you in situations where you have to fight, okay? All of this stuff is simply connected to you learning how to use your gifts, okay? So although these real, quote unquote, real life situations seem scary, they're all connected to you utilizing your gifts, okay? Learning how to discern when to use them, what gifts to use, what to absolutely stay away from. No one has it all figured out. We're all just trying to figure out what God is leading us to do, right? And the sooner you figure out what your gifts are, the more the attacks are going to be, but the stronger the relationship with the creator is. And you have to prepare for people trying to rip you, not only from your gifts, but from your connection with the creator. Okay, that's also a part of, the war. That is the war. The presence of the gifts is your proof that the creator exists, okay? The presence of your gifts is proof that the creator exists, okay? The more in tune you become with yourself, the easier it is for you to communicate with the creator. It's not anyone's job to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you like. We don't care, okay? Do your job. Do the job and go home. Alright, but I'm going to end here. I do love y'all. I hope all is well. Hope y'all are drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it is free. Alright? And I'm going to get up out of here. Love y'all. Peace.